Hello student, today we will discuss about the subject electromagnetic field theory of the BTech third semester. It is a very important subject for the electrical engineering student and electrical and electronics engineering student. This is first lecture of the electromagnetic field theory. In this lecture we will discuss about the vector addition, vector subtraction and vector multiplication. Now let's see the content. First of all, we know about the quantities. The second point is we know about the unit vector, and the second and third vector addition and subtraction, and next point is position vector and distance vector. The next point is vector multiplication. Now let's see the next point. Now let's start. First of all, we know about the scalar quantity. Definition: the quantity that can be described by only magnitude are called scalar quantities. For example, the distance is a scalar quantity, and the temperature is a scalar quantity, and the mass is a scalar quantity. For remember, we can denote it by the simple letter of A. By the simple letter of A. The second point, we know about the vector quantities. For definition, the quantity that can be described by both magnitude and direction are called vector quantities. For example, the velocity. Velocity is the vector quantity, and force is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity. And the next example of vector quantity is acceleration. Acceleration also vector quantities. Now we denoted by an arrow over the letter. This is vector 1, vector A. Now let's see the next point, unit vector. Unit vector denoted by A cap A along the vector A. First of all, we know the unit vector. Unit vector denoted by A cap along the vector. Now a unit vector along the vector A defined as the vector whose magnitude is unity. That is the 1. Unit vector's unity magnitude. This direction along the vector A. We know unit vector direction along the vector A. That is A cap A is equal to vector A upon magnitude of vector A. Now we can written in this form, vector A upon determinant of the vector A. Thus we can write vector A as vector A is equal to magnitude of vector A into unit vector. We can also write in this form. A into A cap A. For remember, any vector can written as the product of its magnitude and its unit vector. For example, if any given vector A is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap, the unit vector of vector A, that is the a cap, is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap upon n root ax square plus ay square plus az square. Now let's see the next point is vector addition, that is addition of vector. If given any two vector, vector a and vector b can be added together to give the another vector c, that is the vector c is equal to vector a plus vector b. We know about the vector addition method. The method of vector addition mainly two types. First parallelogram method and the second head to tail method. Now let consider any vector a. This point is a head or this point is a tail. Now let consider any other vector b from tail of vector a. This is the vector b. Now the resultant of the vector a and vector b is equal to vector c is equal to vector a plus vector b. This method is called parallelogram method, a parallelogram rule. The second method or the second rule, head to tail rule. We consider a vector, any vector a, and the second vector v. The resultant vector c is equal to vector a plus vector b. This method is called head to tail method. Now let's see the vector addition rule. Vector addition follow the commutative law. We can written in this form: vector a plus vector b is equal to vector b plus vector a. This is a commutative law. Now it means vector addition follow the commutative law. The second law, associative law. Now let's see vector addition also follow the associative law. In bracket, vector a plus vector b plus vector c is equal to vector a plus in bracket vector b plus vector c. This is associative law. Vector addition follow the associative law. Now let's see about the example. Now let's see, for example, if any given vector a is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap, and the second vector b is equal to ax cap plus by b. Now the second vector b is equal to vector bx ax cap plus by ay cap bz az cap. Now add vector a to b. The resultant vector c is equal to vector a plus vector b is equal to ax plus bx into ax cap plus ay plus by into ay cap plus az plus bz into az cap. Now let's see the next point, vector subtraction or subtraction of vector. In the graphical form, vector addition and vector subtraction obtained by either parallelogram method or head to tail method. This is similar to vector addition. Vector subtraction similar to vector addition. For example, if given vector a is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap, and the next vector b is equal to ax cap by ay cap plus bz az cap. Then the result of both vector. Now we subtract from a to b the resultant vector vector c. Vector c is equal to a vector a minus vector b is equal to ax minus bx ax cap plus ay minus by ay cap plus az minus bz into az cap. Now let's see the next point is position vector. Next point is position vector. Now consider any point P. Consider any point P in the Cartesian coordinate system may be represented by coordinate x, y, z. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the z-axis, or this point is origin. Now consider any point P and its coordinate x, y, z. Now we know the position vector. We know the position vector. The position vector of point P is defined as the distance from origin to considered point. Origin to considered point. Origin to P. That is called position vector, represented by RP vector RP. This is a position vector. We can written in this form. RP vector RP is equal to x ax cap plus y ay cap plus z az cap. This is a representation. Representation of position vector. This representation of position vector. Now let's see distance vector. The distance vector is displacement from one point to another point. Now we consider any 2 point. First P point and the second Q point in the Cartesian coordinate system. In the Cartesian coordinate system, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the z-axis. This point is origin. Now this point is considered point P, this point is considered point Q. Now let's see position vector of P represented by RP cap and the next position vector of Q represented by vector RQ. Vector RQ. Now the distance vector represented by capital R vector capital R PQ is equal to position vector of P minus position vector of Q. This formula is distance vector. Now let's see the distance between P and Q. Distance between P and Q. D is equal to magnitude of distance vector. For example, given any 2 point P and Q are located at the 0, 2, 4 and -3, 1, 5. First of all, calculate the position vector of P. The next question, the position vector of Q, and the next distance vector from P and Q. P and Q. The next question is the distance between P and Q. The next question, the vector parallel to PQ with magnitude of 10. The vector parallel to PQ with a magnitude of 10. Now let's see the solution of first question, that is a position vector of P. Position vector of P, vector Rp is equal to 0 ax cap plus 2 ay cap plus 4 az cap. This is the position vector of P. This is the position vector of P. Now the second answer is vector Rq is equal to minus 3 ax cap plus ay cap plus 5 az cap. This is the position vector of Q. Now let's see the third answer. Vector Rpq is equal to vector Rq minus vector Rp is equal to minus 3 ax cap minus ay cap plus az cap. This is the third answer of this question. Now let's see the next solution. The distance from P to Q. Distance d is equal to magnitude of vector R PQ. We calculate the equation. We will get the answer 3.317. This is the distance from P to Q. This is the fourth answer, distance from P to Q. The next solution, in this question given vector magnitude of vector A is equal to 10. We know that vector A is equal to magnitude of vector A into unit vector, and we know unit vector is equal to vector R PQ upon magnitude of vector R PQ. Now we calculate this equation. Now we will get the answer minus 9.045 ax cap minus 3.015 ay cap comma 3.015 az cap. Now let's see the next point, vector multiplication. First of all, we know the method of multiplication. The method of multiplication, basically two types vector multiplication. Basically two types vector multiplication. First dot product and the next cross product. Dot product, also known as the scalar product, we can retain as vector B. Now let's see the second cross product. Cross product, also known as the vector product, we can retain in this form, vector A cross vector B. When any two vector multiplied, the resultant either scalar vector or a vector, scalar or vector, depending on the how they are multiplied. First dot product or cross product. Now let's see, the first point is dot product. Dot product, also known as a scalar product. This formula is a vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B cos theta AB, where A is equal to magnitude of vector A and B is equal to magnitude of vector B, and theta is equal to angle between vector A and vector B. If any given vector A is equal to ax, ay, az, and the next given vector B is equal to ax, bx, by, bz, then the dot product of vector A and vector B is vector A dot vector B is equal to ax, bx plus ay, by plus az, bz. This is the dot product of given vector. The dot product obey the following rule. First dot product following the commutative rule. It means we can retain vector A dot vector B is equal to vector B dot vector A. We can also called the dot product follow the commutative law. The next dot product follow the distributive law. We can retain in this form vector A dot in bracket vector B plus vector C is equal to vector A dot vector B plus vector A dot vector C. Now let's see the next point. K into vector A dot vector B is equal to K in bracket vector A dot vector B. Now the next point is vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A whole square. Magnitude of vector A to whole square. Now remember the dot product of same unit vector is equal to 1. Remember the dot product of same unit vector is equal to 1, and angle between same unit vector is equal to 0. We can retain in this form vector in this form ax cap dot ax cap is equal to ay cap dot ay cap is equal to az cap dot az cap is equal to 1. Now the second point, the dot product of determinant unit is equal to 0. It means the dot product of different unit vector is equal to 0, and the angle between same unit vector, different unit vector is equal to pi by 2, that is 90 degree. We can return in this form vector x in this form ax cap dot ay cap is equal to ay cap into az cap is equal to az cap into ax cap is equal to 0. Now let's see the second multiplication. The second multiplication is cross product, also called vector product. Cross product also called vector product. If any given two vector A and vector B, we can write in this form of cross product vector A cross vector B. It is the vector quantity. The resultant of the cross product of given vector is vector quantity. Now let's see, vector A cross vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into sin theta AB into an cap, an cap, where angle theta between 0 to pi, where angle theta between 0 to pi, and vector and an cap is equal to unit vector. An cap is equal to unit vector of cross product. For example, if given vector A is equal to ax comma ay comma az and vector b is equal to bx by bz, then the cross product of vector a and vector b, so then vector a cross vector b is equal to we can follow the 2 cross 3 matrix rule. We can follow the 2 cross 3 matrix rule. This is the vector a cross vector b is equal to ay bz minus by az into ax cap minus ax bz minus bx az into ay cap plus ax by minus bx ay into az cap. Now let's see the cross product. The cross product has the following properties. It means that the cross product follow the rule. First, it is not commutative law. It is not follow the commutative law. It means vector a cross vector b does not is equal to vector b cross vector a. The second point, it is not follow the associative law. We can written in this form: vector a cross vector b cross vector c does not is equal to vector a cross vector b cross vector c. The next point, cross product follow the distributive law. Now let's see vector a cross in bracket vector b plus vector c. Now let's see cross product follow the distributive law. Vector a cross in bracket vector b plus vector c is equal to vector a cross vector b plus vector a cross vector c. The next point is if vector a cross vector b is equal to 0, then sin theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. This shows that vector a and vector b are parallel or anti-parallel to each other. The next point is a cross product of unit vector. Cross product of unit vector follow the 2 rules. First is the clockwise, second is the anti-clockwise. Now let's see clockwise cross product of unit vector. Let's see, this is the ax cap, this is the ay cap, this is the az cap. This is the unit vector. Now follow the clockwise cross product of unit vector. We take this unit vector and this unit vector. If the ax cap into ay cap, if ax cap cross product cross ay cap is equal to az cap, if ay cap cross az cap, then we will get the answer ax cap. Now let's see again clockwise cross product. If ax cap cross ay cap, then we will get the answer az cap. If ay cap cross az cap, then we will get the ax cap. If az cap cross ax cap, we will get the answer ay cap. Now let's see the next method, anti-clockwise cross product of unit vector. If ax cap cross ay cap, we will get the answer minus az cap. If ay cap cross az cap, then we will get the answer minus ax cap. Ax cap. A minus ax cap. If az cap cross ax cap, we will get the answer minus ay cap. This is the anti-clockwise method. Anti-clockwise method. Now let's see the next point, scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. If the given vector A is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap, and the next vector b is equal to ax cap plus by ay cap plus bz az cap, and the next vector c is equal to cx ax cap plus cy ay cap plus cz az cap, then the triple product, the scalar triple product a dot in bracket vector b cross vector c is equal to follow the 3 cross 3 matrix law, 3 cross 3 matrix method. As the product of this vector, multiplication is a scalar. It is called the scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. Now let's see the vector triple product. If given 3 vector A and vector B and vector C, vector A is equal to ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap. Vector B is equal to bx ax cap plus by ay cap plus bz az cap, and the given vector C is equal to cx ax cap plus cy ay cap plus cz az cap. Then find the vector triple product. Now let's see the formula. Vector A cross in bracket vector B cross vector C is equal to vector B in bracket vector A dot vector C minus vector C in bracket vector A dot vector B. The position of brackets are very important. They should not be interchanged. If the bracket we can change, then not follow the vector triple product. Now thank you. In the next lecture we will discuss about the coordinate system and transformation. Thank you all of you.